brief about what is primary metabolites and secondary metabolites. Metabolites are products of metabolism. Primary metabolites are generally synthesized by all the organisms. It can be proteins, it can be carbohydrates, it can be lipids. They are found in all the cellular organisms. In almost all the cells you find the primary metabolites. But there are certain organisms which are going to synthesize other compounds apart from this primary metabolites, which we call it as it can be in the form of pigments, it can be in the form of alkaloids, terpenoids, essential oil, toxins, lectins, drugs, or polymeric substances. All of these are called as secondary metabolites that are found. So most of the primary metabolites are beneficial for the organisms and they are required. Secondary metabolites, we also have a lot of commercial importance. Now these examples for these pigments, carotenoids, okay, the precursor for vitamin A is carotenoids found in carrot, in daffodil plants. They are all found in huge amount. Carotenoid pigments, anthocyanins for the color of the flowers. Okay, these are all pigments that are found in plants. They are all examples for secondary metabolites. Then there are alkaloids like morphine, which are found in opioid plants. Like Gusgase plant, we call it as Papaver somnifera, from which the opiates are extracted or opioids are extracted. So the morphine, the three drugs are obtained from these opiates or opioids. They are heroin, morphine, and opium. They are obtained from that plant, Gusgase plant, that is Papaver somnifera. The unripe fruit, they are cut and the extracts that are obtained are used for separation of this opiates, that is heroin, morphine, and opium. So they are also alkaloids. Codeine is also an alkaloid. Terpenoids, the examples are monoterpenes and diterpenes. Even they are secondary metabolites, examples for secondary metabolites. Essential oil like citronella grass, we call it as lemon oil, lemongrass oil, especially in Thai food and most of the Japanese and Chinese food, they use this lemongrass. Okay, so the lemongrass oil, medicinal property, the perfumes are used by citronella plant. So from that, the essential oil which is obtained is also a secondary metabolite. Okay, toxins, resin is obtained from Ricinus communis, that is castor plant. Ireland, castor plant. From that they extract this toxic substance resin. Okay, apren, from one of the plants they are extracting. So these toxins are also example for secondary metabolites. There are lectins, concanovalent A. They are also examples for it. Lectins are glycoproteins. They are also secondary metabolite. Drugs like curcumin, Curcuma longifera, that is the scientific name of turmeric plant. Curcumin is obtained from turmeric plant. Okay, vinblastin, Vinca rosea. From that plant they obtain this vinblastin. The polymeric substances like rubber from Hevea brasiliensis, the gums that are obtained from many of the plants, and cellulose, they are all the polymeric substances. Even these are secondary metabolites. Even these are examples for secondary metabolites that you have to remember about. That is about secondary metabolites. Now we'll discuss about the topic of biomacromolecules. So the molecules or biomolecules are of two types: micromolecules, macromolecules. They are identified on their acid solubility or insolubility. Okay, so the macromolecules, they are acid soluble compounds which are all from 80 to 800 daltons. So they are found as cytoplasmic contents also. So this you have to remember about. Here we are given biomicromolecules. They are lesser than 1000 daltons in size. Okay, and biomacromolecules, they are acid insoluble forms and they are greater, except for lipids, they are greater than 10,000 daltons. So we call them as biomacromolecules or macromolecules. So now I told you about the acid insoluble compounds are of four types. They are proteins, polysaccharides, which we'll be studying about in the next class, proteins, polysaccharides, then we also have nucleic acid and lipids. Except for lipids, most of these acid insoluble compounds or macromolecules, they are of what size? 10,000 Dalton size. But lipids are usually found associated with cell membrane and other membranes. When you have to extract lipids from this crushed part of the cell membrane or other membranes, we have to separate the lipids. Okay, so that is what you have to remember about. Then the chemical compounds are of two types, biomicromolecules, or we also call it as biomolecules. They are lesser than 1000 Daltons, and they are acid soluble compounds lesser than the, what is that Daltons? It is the weight, molecular weight of the substance is lesser than 1000 Daltons. Whereas biomacromolecules are also called as macromolecules. They are acid insoluble fraction which are greater than 10,000 Daltons except for lipids. Okay. Now if you look into the next component that we have to study, what are the chemical composition of cells and monorenew? See, the water component is nearly 70 to 90%. A cell will be made up of water, especially the cytoplasm we are talking about. Then proteins, cellular components in the whole. Proteins are about 10 to 15%. Carbohydrates are 3%. Then lipids, they are 2% in a cell. Cellular components, you analyze the notebook. Nucleic acids are nearly 5 to 7%. Then you have ions. Okay, those ions are only 1%. This is the chemical composition of a cell. Average cell chemical composition if you want to, this is what they are made up of. So what is protein? Macromolecules. Polysaccharides, carbohydrates, macromolecules. Lipids, macromolecules. Okay, so you can just analyze. Nucleic acid is also macromolecules. So you can just analyze the percentage of distribution in the cell. What is it made up of and protein? Now we are going to study about the first biomacromolecule, that is proteins. Under this topic, we are going to study proteins, polysaccharides, the lipids and nucleic acids. Okay. The first one that we are going to study about is the proteins. What are proteins? They are polymers of amino acid, or you can also call it as polypeptides of amino acid. Polymer means repetition of many amino acid. Okay, polymers can be of two types: homopolymer, heteropolymer. Homopolymers have only one type of monomers. Okay, whereas heteropolymers, they have more than one type of amino acid. Okay, proteins are heteropolymers of amino acids. You have to remember that they are not homopolymers, they are heteropolymers of amino acids. So polypeptides of amino acids, they are all linked by polypeptide bonds. Peptide bonds, they are all linked by peptide bonds. 20 essential amino acids are required, and most of them are heteropolymers. I have told you almost all of the proteins are heteropolymers. That is, they are made up of different amino acids. Only variety amino acid. Okay. Then there is dietary proteins. Some of the proteins should be found in our diet. We call them as essential proteins. Essential proteins or amino acids, essential amino acids, they should be in our diet. Whatever food we intake, they should be present there. 20 essential amino acids are there. Okay, like tryptophan, proline, alanine. I have given those examples. They are all 20 types of essential amino acids which should be present in our diet. Non-essential amino acids are synthesized in our body. These amino acids are synthesized in our body, so we call them as non-essential. They need not be present in our food. Adike the name of giving non-essential amino acids. Amino acids, polymers of amino acids are what we call it as protein. Proteins are the structural protein, functional proteins and therapy. Functional proteins are like hormones, enzymes. They are all proteinaceous in nature. Hormones are proteins. Enzymes are proteinaceous in nature. Enzymes are biocatalysts. Hormones are chemical messengers. You know about that. It can be growth hormone, testosterone, progesterone, estrogen. All those hormones, they are all proteinaceous in nature. Okay, remember about that. So we had also the most frequently found protein in animal world is collagen. Abundantly found protein in animal world is, or kingdom Animalia is, collagen. Okay, collagen fibers. They all, the bones are all connected by the result, collagen fibers, collagen. Then what about the most abundant protein found in the universe or biosphere is Rubisco enzyme, which includes plants also. What is Rubisco? Ribulose biphosphate carboxylase oxygenase enzyme. In Kelvin-Melvin cycle, for them to undergo the C3 cycle, this enzyme is required. This enzyme is required. What is that enzyme? Ribulose biphosphate carboxylase oxygenase enzyme. Rubisco enzyme ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. C3 cycle ಗೆ ಅದು ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತದ್ದು. So in condensed form we call it as Rubisco. This is the most abundant protein found in the biosphere. Biosphere is a place where all the living organisms exist. In the animal world, which is the most abundant protein? Collagen. Okay. So now what are the properties of proteins? Proteins are not only building blocks of the body. You know that amino acids are building blocks of the body, or proteins are required for our growth, development, muscles. Proteins are required. Okay. And it also helps in the transport of nutrients in the organisms. It helps in fighting infectious diseases as an antibody. Antibodies are all proteinaceous in nature. Lactoalbumin, immunoglobulin, they are all proteinaceous in nature. So they help in fighting the infectious organisms or microbes. Okay, antibody side. Then they are also found occurring as hormones. Growth hormone, then the luteinizing hormone, lactogenic hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, testosterone, estrogen, okay, oxytocin. All these hormones are proteinaceous in nature. Then enzymes. Enzymes are biocatalysts. Even these enzymes are proteinaceous in nature. That is what you have to remember about one of the biomacromolecules that we have studied for today, that is protein. In the next class, we'll be studying about the lipids, polysaccharides, nucleic acids. Already we have discussed in depth about nucleic acid.